Okay, I guess probably a good place to start is with the character select screen up in the background so we can admire all the possible options. So, today I want to make a case for what I believe to be the most balanced character in Street Fighter 6. We have the full character list here, and I guess we'll open this up to chat initially. Who do you guys think I'm going to pick? And when I say most balanced, what I mean really is like a character that has well-defined strengths, but also well-defined weaknesses, a well-rounded toolset that is exploitable in their strengths, but also exploitable in their weaknesses. A character who I don't think anyone would describe as being too strong, but likewise no one would describe as being too weak. First time chat, Jury, you are off to a bad start with that one. No way it's not Ryu. Terry Ryu. Alright, let me guys end your suspense. And you guys are gonna hate this, and you're probably gonna groan when I say this. I think the most balanced character in Street Fighter 6 is Aki.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, before you scream at me, before you yell at me, before you unsub and leave a comment, before you do all that stuff, before you click off the video, hear me out. Let me make my case. I want to try and bring you guys over to my side. Now look, I'll be honest up front. Every single person who plays Street Fighter thinks their own character is fair and balanced and honest, and every other character is, you know, taking advantage of bullshit strategies and cheapness and whatever. We're obviously all biased. So, with that being in mind, I decided to do an experiment. I went on to twitter.com, which is a terrible idea, don't recommend it, but I went onto that website. I said this. Let me get up the tweet. I came at this from a different angle because I knew that if I went on Twitter and I said, I think Aki is the most balanced character, do you guys agree? That would have been a loaded question, okay? So I explicitly did not do that. I did not go in, I kind of misled you guys a little bit. I was farming for content here. Rather than saying, I think Aki is the most balanced character, I said, genuine question, because I'm kind of curious, where does everyone rate Aki right now? So I didn't load the question. And I wanna take you guys through a few of the responses. Also, just while we're here, as a bit of incidental data, we now have the final 100% confirmed lineup for Capcom Cup. The last qualifier happened over the weekend, the Japan one. And spoiler alert, it was won by Fudo. We got the 9 Kens, you know, we're not... That's not the subject of today's video, we've done one of those already. We've got the 9 Kens, we've got the 8 Camis, lots of Eds and Bisons. But I think the characters that I would consider to be candidates for the most well-balanced are the ones that kind of sit in this 3/2 area. And unfortunately that requires me to acknowledge that Akuma is balanced, which I will not do. Other than Akuma, I think every character here has a good claim to being the most balanced character. You're denying Data? Yeah, I know I said I was going to go with a data-first approach, but I hate Akuma, and therefore I will simply do what all academics do. In academia, when they find a data point that doesn't support their arguments, they simply ignore it and just restructure the data. So, like I said, going back to this tweet, let me go through a couple of the replies here to see if people agree with my premise of Aki being well-balanced. I'll try and include a selection of responses here, not just the ones that agreed with me. But let's start with known SF6 hater Rushdown, who says, I put her in the has a fireball and a drive rush, but does not have a good crouch medium kick drive rush tier. This is quite a common reply that I got. A lot of people I've noticed, like, have a very simple grouping of, like, Street Fighter 6 character strength, where it's just like, fireball drive rush, crouch medium kick drive rush, or bad. Like, I've seen a lot of people just, like, file every character in those 3 segments. And there is some truth to it. Having crouch medium kick drive rush and having fireball drive rush are very strong things to have. But I will say there are a lot of exceptions to this rule. I feel like it's oversimplification. In Season 1, JP was one of the best characters in the game. He does not have Fireball Drive Rush, and he does not have Crouch Medium Kick Drive Rush. And in the reverse situation, Chun-Li, right now, has both Slow Fireball Drive Rush and Crouch Medium Kick Drive Rush, which theoretically should make her top 1 by this kind of like logic. But Chun is kind of meh right now. She's kind of mid. So, yeah, I don't really agree with this premise that, like, Fireball Drive Rush and Crouch Medium Kick Drive Rush is just, like, the 2 things you need in this game. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so James Chen has a slightly more nuanced take, which required multiple posts, but he said, "The way I describe characters in SF6 is a little weird. I have them in relation to a desired power level, aka where they want everyone to be. 2 tiers, upper and lower, where the upper contains the desired level, slightly overpowered, and slightly underpowered. The lower tier is the characters that struggle more, like Lily and Manon and such. For me, Aki is exactly in the desired power level group." You know, I'm just saying. Just saying, exactly in the desired power level. That sounds a lot like what I'm saying here. I think she's perfect as is. There aren't many characters I have in the slightly overpowered category, so I do think she's even with many. I kind of like this assessment of like just splitting the cast into like meets the desired power level and then doesn't meet the desired power level. Would you say Ryu meets the desired level? I think Ryu's probably another good candidate for the most balanced right now, but we're going with the Aki premise for now. Chris G says she has the potential to be top 5, but to be safe A+ tier. Now I should say, a lot of people replied to this tweet with letters. And I found that slightly frustrating because I don't know what the fuck people are talking about when they drop letters at me. People being like, I think Aki is A tier. I think she's B+. I think she's S-. I have no goddamn clue what you people are talking about. Because, like, unless I have, like, a full scale to work with of, you know, what you think that means. Because I've seen, have you guys noticed the tier list inflation is out of control? I've seen some tier lists you people wouldn't believe, you know? I've seen tier lists that start at S+ and go all the way down to A+. All these tier lists will be lost like content in the rain. Alright, so this person says, I think she's fine as she is. I feel most of my losses with her are due to lack of matchup knowledge rather than her not having the tools to deal with situations. My wish list for next season is Akuma being toned. Okay, wait, this is my burner account. You guys didn't see this. Hold on. Get this off the screen. They're gonna find my burner account. Ignore that. You didn't see anything? Varia says, perhaps the most fair character in the game. Like I said, I set you guys up for this. You activated my trap card, you know? You walked right into my trap. Another burner, you say? The most fair character in the game. She feels like a character who has strengths equal to her weaknesses, which is nice. It can be annoying to be on the receiving end of her offense, which is true. But I'm not sure if I'm ever molding when I lose to her. Overall, very happy with her right now. I mean, the people have spoken. Aki is maybe the most fair character in the game. I don't know if I would go that far, but... Oh no. Top 10, but number 1 when she does this? Why are you thirst posting in my replies? Another burner? You think every single pro Aki account is me? How many burners do you think I have? I just saw this one. This is not a burner, although this one was sent 5 minutes ago when we were midway through this content segment. Aki is broken and stinky. Add this to your data point, coward. Sent 6 minutes ago. I'm on to you, Dutch Potato. You're trying to retroactively break this content midway through the segment. Very sneaky. 2 spots above Ken. Okay, you guys discovered my burner account. This is Phenom's burner account. Deploy the Ken emotes. They're not even trying anymore. Have you guys noticed that the Ken agenda has just given up? Phenom seeing the 9 Kens in Capcom Cup and responding with, one way to look at this is how there are too many Kens in Capcom Cup compared to other characters. However, another way to look at this is how there are only 9 Ken players with 39 other players remaining, meaning it's 9 versus 39. Ken players have to defy the odds yet again, pray. I'm starting to enjoy these. I think the Ken brain rot is starting to get to me because I do like reading these now. It's an art form at this point, this level of downplay. Let's do a couple more. So Joey, who is a very strong player, says, in the 11 to 15 character range, high to low tier, or high low tier. Not sure how you've. I'm not sure what high low tier means. Does that mean on the high end of low tier or the low end of high tier? Not sure. Outside of the current top and high tier characters, she doesn't have crouch, medium kick, drive rush, and her poison isn't that big of a threat compared to something like Bison's bomb. Other little things too, like OS parry / super punish on light serpent. See, this man has done his research because he actually knows about stuff like this. You can option select a drive rush on serpent lash. But I mean, I invite you guys, I guess just to sort of wrap up here, I would invite you guys to actually read through the replies if you think I'm cherry picking, because this tweet did have 153 replies, and the vast majority, I would say, like 90%, put her in the like 7 to 10 range and said that she has like certain strengths like Fireball Drive Rush and also certain weaknesses like lack of wake up options and questionable anti-airs. So, I mean, at this point, call me a down player. Tell me I don't know anything about the game, but this is just my theory. I think right now, in the tail end of Season 2, Aki is the most balanced character. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments how wrong I am, and I will see you guys all in the next video.